Jim, should I stop posting on YouTube? This is a idea that came about because recently YouTube has some weird view thing. So I know on this channel, I only recently started doing this like a few months ago, so I don't really expect anything. I'm just doing this for the long-term game. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I'm doing this more because I love doing it than like views or subs or whatnot. But basically, I asked myself this question: should I quit doing YouTube? Because there's like some weird stuff with YouTube where they're restricting videos. A lot of YouTuber views are down across the board. Like it ranges from like 50 to 90%. For me, like I have another YouTube channel where I talk about OSU stuff because I like OSU, and I used to get like a few thousand views on those like every day, every time I upload. But then every time I upload, I get like 10% of the impressions usually, because like a lot of my subscribers that would watch it, they would get recommended on the For You page or the recommendations, and then they would go watch from there. But it seems like YouTube's not really recommending it that much anymore, so those videos get 10% of views per usual, which is kind of red flag for me. I don't know what it is. But a lot of people, when they would see these conditions of YouTube and see that creators across the board are getting like way less views than usual because YouTube is basically restricting some videos from the algorithm because of some AI changes they did, is that a reason to quit doing YouTube? And like me personally, it doesn't apply, right? Because I don't live off YouTube for revenue or anything. This is all just pure hobby for me. But I think actually now is probably the most important time to actually do YouTube more than ever, right? Because think about it, this is like one of those first walls, that resistance that gets hit. And a lot of people, they quit because they realize their views have dropped like fucking crazy, and you're like, oh my God, I gotta quit doing this because YouTube, it's no longer for me. And then they're gonna go to another platform like Instagram or TikTok. And I'm not saying like that's not a bad thing. To cross-pollinate with other platforms is good. Like I'm not like a super multi-platform person. I usually like going on YouTube and then talking on Twitter sometimes, but it's mostly YouTube. And I would say it's more important now to push harder than ever if you're like super aspiring to be a YouTuber, because a lot of people, they're gonna quit, right? Your competition gets lowered. There's lesser videos that get supplied to the algorithm. There's lesser supply. There's gonna be higher demand, right? Because there's still gonna be the same amount of people using YouTube, but there's gonna be less people making YouTube videos because of these changes. So thus, your videos, even though they don't get as much views, they get more compounded effect. You get more recommended to the algorithm. The more you work in these times gives you higher skill equity than your peers in YouTube, right? So I was thinking about that. It's a pretty logical argument right there, right? It's kind of like the Federal Reserve, they're gonna be printing shit ton of money in COVID to basically reverse the economic downtrot that happened because of COVID. And then asset prices go like fucking crazy. Those asset prices are your YouTube videos. It's the Bitcoins, it's the used car prices, it's the stocks. These are the YouTube videos that you make right now, right? It gets permanent equity, it's permanent assets that compound over time, the ones that you post daily. If you, like, you can think about it from like a market's perspective, that currently right now on YouTube is like a bear market. Everything is going down, nobody's interested, there's no volatility, it's all fucking over. And a lot of people, they quit because their bags are down a shit ton, nothing's exciting anymore. People are wanting to get in on the next meme coin, but none of them are coming out because the creators are like, oh, there's no liquidity market, so I'm not going to launch anything. A lot of people are tapping out, but the people who are still building in it, making the projects or developing the protocols, accumulating cheap assets, these are the guys who get rewarded the most when it goes into bull markets and then there's better financial conditions. The Feds starts easing the money supply, the rates get cut, the world gets bullish again, people start having more money, there's stimmy checks being airdropped left and right. This is the analogous time of a bear market with YouTube. This is actually the time where you work harder than ever to make videos. It's so damn pragmatic, so important. I kind of just look at it from that lens. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is actually the end of YouTube. maybe videos will never get recommended. Maybe newer channels, people with lower subscribers will never get recommended an algorithm ever again. Cause, I mean, even the bigger YouTube channels are still getting views, like, but it's a pretty small percentage of them. And these are the people who basically the algorithm really, really loves, I think. But even some of them that are really much higher up there, their views have stagnated a little bit. When I think about maybe even like Penguin G0 or even on the OSU channels like Bistro MC, this guy he has like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but then YouTube fucks him in the ass by only promoting his video to like 8,000 people when he should be gaining at least like 50,000 viewers every time. So I don't know, I was just looking at that, and I will say that times like these are times when you push harder, push the hardest, if you were to aspire to do YouTube and whatnot. I mean, aspire is like a weird word. I don't think that's like a thing. Just make the fucking videos. You don't like talk about making the channel. Just make the channel and make the fucking videos. Don't tell anyone, right? That kills your motivation. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video. Should I stop making YouTube videos? Should you stop making YouTube videos in this weird AI age world? No, I don't think you should stop. There's actually a time where you continue going harder than ever. Just want to rant about that. But yep, I'll see you guys.